right, guys, let's go over the ring push-up. This can be done very well. Sometimes it's done very poorly. I'm going to give you 4 points of performance. 1, we're going to make sure that we keep a nice long body position and that we are staying tight and not collapsing at the hips. 2, we're going to make sure that our knuckles stay facing the floor and that we don't buckle in under the ring or on top of the ring. 3, we're going to make sure that our hands don't go too wide and that our elbows stay at about a 45-degree angle with our hands directly underneath our elbows. And 4, we're going to make sure that we don't make it too difficult so that we limit the range of motion. So number 1, we want to make sure that we maintain a nice, hollow, tight plank, right? So make sure that we squeeze and we push our heels down into the floor, squeeze our butt, and we keep the hands pulled in nice and tight. We want to make sure that our hollow position is maintained as we then go through the push-up. We do not want to collapse at the hips and allow there to be a disruption in the bracing. Number 2, we want to make sure that we do not collapse on top of the rings with our wrists. We want our knuckles to stay facing the floor or facing whatever direction that we are pressing in. So make sure that the hands stay on top of the rings, elbows pulled at least to a 45-degree angle. As you're going through the push-up, do not allow your wrists to collapse. Keep the knuckles facing down. Number 3, we want to make sure that as you're going into the push-up, your hands don't go too wide. That's going to put a lot of stress on your chest and make it a lot more challenging. For a ring push-up, you want to make sure that the elbows break and come in with your hands staying in line with your elbows. So as you're pressing, make sure the elbows stay in line with your wrists and your wrists in line with the elbows. Okay, lastly, number 4, make sure that you do not make it so challenging of a depth that you do not go through full range. So if you need to step out a little bit more in order to get your chest to come to the rings, then please do so. If you can maintain that as you walk down towards the floor, great. But if you start limiting your range of motion or if you start losing some of the other points of performance, walk it back up and make it easier for yourself.